Hello, beautiful Wolf Familia. So today I am receiving a message from Spirit for the collective. God, Source, Creator, what messages do you have for me and the collective? God, Source, Creator, what messages do you have for the collective for today? God, Source, Creator, what messages do you have for the collective for today? God, Source, Creator, what messages do you have for the collective for today? Only high vibrational energies are welcome. Only high vibrational energies are welcome. Like my benevolent ancestors, my benevolent archangels, benevolent blue apes, benevolent blue angels. Archangel Michael, you are welcome here. Archangel Michael, you are welcome here. Archangel Michael, you are welcome here. What messages do you have for the divine counterparts? What messages do you have for the divine counterparts? What messages do you have for the divine counterparts? What messages do you have for the divine counterparts? What messages do you have for the divine counterparts? What messages do you have for the divine counterparts? What messages do you have for the divine counterparts? Speak clearly, please. What messages do you have for the divine counterparts? It's too many. God, Source, Creator, Archangel Michael. Really? So we got the Moon as the first card that came out. The Moon is about things that are happening underneath like the illusion of the physical for me. It is also Pisces energy and Cancerian energy. The Moon is also divine feminine energy. But it is also about revealing what is being hidden. What other messages do you have for the collective today? What other messages do you have for the collective today? So, it stopped at the Empress. They want me to take it. The Empress is, like I said, divine feminine energy for readers. I just heard she guides. And it came out with the Knave of Cups. The Knave of Cups is about is somebody wanting to offer a genuine offer. It's very like trying to offer help, trying to offer. I heard her cup. Who? They know who to offer their cup to. So the divine feminines are at a better, more confident understanding of who their divine counterparts are. Let me clarify the Moon. Can we please clarify the Moon? Can we please clarify the Moon? That's too many. So the Lovers flipped along with a bunch of other ones, but for now we'll take the Lovers. The Lovers is Gemini energy. It is also, for me, past life soulmates or counterparts. Not just this life, but past lives as well. It is also sexual and physical union, because we have to remember we all carry divine feminine and divine masculine energy. It just depends on what energy you are in at the moment. I heard coming together, so obviously it does represent physical union, sexual union. And they were just saying divine feminines know who to offer their cup to. We guide. Oh shit. When I said we guide, the Six of Cups came out. The Six of Cups is the reunion card. Again, right after the Lovers is the reunion of not just this past, like not just this lifetime, but past lifetimes as well. You guide through the Sacred Heart. I think this goes for both counterparts. We are guided through our heart. We are guided through our connection to Source, Creator, God, Universe, whatever you want to call it. But this higher power, right? That we were created from. To me, it's love. Like the highest vibrational love you could ever think of. Like, so unconditional that it's hard to even fathom, you know? That's what Source is to me. At the bottom of the deck, you got the Two of Cups. The Two of Cups is soulmates or divine counterparts or very deep connections coming together, partnering up. I heard partnership. And then they showed me a boat. Or a ship, I guess. Partnership. No. Partnership. So we were talking about the Six of Cups. The Six of Cups, like I said earlier, represents souls reuniting. And like they were saying earlier, divine feminines know who to offer their cup to. Because it's already filled, right? We don't need someone to pour into our cup, because our cup is already filled. That's what alignment means. Like, having the higher perspective and the unconditional love of understanding that that when you need somebody else to make you happy or pour into your cup or continue to uplift you and uplift you and uplift you, that's a codependent attachment. It's not what we're talking about, which is divine love. And it's not just the love aspect of the divine counterparts. We each have our own individual soul mission that we need to step into before we reunite or we come into physical union with our counterparts. And the Lovers was clarifying the moon, so obviously it goes along with the whole idea of we know who to give our cups to or offer our cups to. And at the bottom of the deck, it was a Two of Cups. Two of Cups is another card that explains two souls coming together. And it's like important connections or soul agreements. It's not just, you know, like, oh, any soulmate that makes me happy. Which at the end of the day, like, I have a feeling that, like, our hearts know at the end of the day, like, who that other half of that higher self is, you know? And the star popped out when I said that. The star is Aquarius energy. It is also a wish being fulfilled, or a manifesting of a wish coming into the physical realm. Because we remember we have to start within, right? Our heart guides us. So is your heart lighter than it normally is, or is it heavier based on grief, on grudges, based on those self-pity parties that we throw for ourselves at times when we do break, you know? We are human, and that's normal. But the star is like having learned a lesson, right? Or having learned to align to the vibration of the things that you want to manifest in this physical realm. And the star also reminds me in this deck of being divinely protected with the blue. The blue in many cultures, it means royal, or you come from royal bloodlines, which most of the divine counterparts do. A lot of us are of native roots or Egyptian roots. And if you want to go more into like the 3 types of angels that are here in this reality at this time, look into angelic guidance 333, and she's very intuitive, and she's very aware of the destiny that these angels hold. But they're making me shut up now, so is there any more messages? And that came to clarify, as I clarified, the 6 of Cups, which is reunion of souls. So the wish was for these divine counterparts to come together in physical form, in the physical realm. Because again, we are always connected to their higher self, their 5D. Those moments when you're like, I was just fine and now I feel like shit. Like me. I've been going through a breakup that I'm not going through, you know? And it's like random attacks of like feeling alone, and that shit sucks, because I know we're not, you know, but I don't think the higher self of my divine counterpart is there yet to understand like how the physical and the spiritual are worlds or realms that, you know, transform, we'll put it that way, at the same time. And it's just a transmutation of energy happening at the same time. And again, time is not linear. Think of time as a sphere, a circle, right? Past, present, and future is happening at the same time. That is why we're able to channel and raise our vibrations and receive these intuitive messages that are coming in from spirit. And this is not like, oh, it's just for entertainment. No, this is energy. It takes a lot of our energy as readers to channel and to decipher like what the messages mean or what they're trying to tell us, because it's not always that clear. But this is clear. They just said that, but this is clear. So this love is clear. This divine counterpart union or reunion of souls is clear. Is there any other messages for the divine counterparts today? Okay, so the one that stood in my hand was the Emperor, and this is a divine masculine energy. Sorry, just picking up the cards that came out. So the Emperor is the divine masculine, or he is known as a divine masculine energy for readers. And he's more in a contemplative state if you look at him in this deck. Like the lines mimic kind of like that Hermit card as well, of like contemplation taking place, reflection, right? Like I say, we're just mirrors reflecting amongst other mirrors. None of us are holier than the other, and none of us are better than others. We just have different wisdom we can share with the rest of us, right? It's that in Lak'Ech, you know, that like we are all connected, but we're not attached. Because attachments are, think of attachments as wound to wound. I heard that once. I don't remember where I heard it, but wound to wound, that's an attachment. Where it's like a low vibrational like bond, right? A toxic bond. Connection is when two hearts are open, healed, and then that reunion comes in, right? That union, that connection of hearts. Those are healthy bonds. And some of them so healthy that they did hand binding or hand fasting, which I didn't really know about in this lifetime. Apparently in past lifetimes I did, but not in this one until like recently. So the Emperor, let's see what comes out to clarify the Emperor. Okay, so what messages do you have? What messages do you have to clarify the Emperor? Can we please clarify the Emperor? Okay. So these two flew out when it stopped. It's the Ace of Coins and the King of Swords. So the King of Swords is air energy, so Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, and the Ace of Coins is earth energy. And we did say that he was contemplating, right? So he's he's reflecting. The King of Swords is someone who is like the Emperor, actually. They're very alike. The King of Swords is someone who he's very intuitive, very wise, and he thinks about things from different perspectives before he acts on it. So this is someone that loves to study or observe people. And they're very, but they're kind of in a way ready, because the swords represent truth, right? Wisdom. So they're very ready to communicate this truth or to seek this truth, since he is in contemplation mode. And the Ace of Coins is an offer or a new beginning in the physical realm, because Pentacles are like more like stability, right? So the Ace of Coins is abundance and stability in the physical realm. To some of you, feathers are gonna be important. They always point this out for me. They pointed out the feathers of the peacocks. The peacocks are connected to very special type of being in the angelic realm or divine realm. In this one, I keep hearing marriage, so I guess he's contemplating I guess, the type of wife or the type of woman that he wants to live his life with, right? The stability in his physical realm is what he's contemplating about. Is he stable with this person that he's with? If he's not with anybody, what type of woman would he want to live the rest of his life with? Because this is, again, stability. So the Ace of Coins and the King of Swords came out to clarify the Emperor. So that's earth energy and air energy. Of course. Then the Sun came out right after. And it actually was underneath the Emperor. I just didn't want to take it. I wanted to see if it popped out. Yes, I question myself sometimes. But then there they go. Clarifying it. Sorry, my nose gets really itchy when I channel. But the Sun is masculine energy, so it makes sense that it's coming out after the divine masculine energy was asked to be clarified. In this deck, it also represents union, marriage, again, stability, new beginnings. The Sun is like the happiest card in the deck, so it's like understanding the blessings in one's life and getting out of that lack mentality and understanding that we are energy in constant transmutation. So it's easier to manifest, and it's easier to see life from a higher perspective when you don't stay stuck in that lack mentality, when you do thank the Creator and your spirit family for helping guide you, heal you, and protect you. Because we come here to learn, we come here to create change that we feel the need that we feel needs to happen on this earth. The divine counterparts really are here to raise the vibration of the earth because it's so low right now. We come to shine our light regardless of how we do it. Like, light to me is truth, right? So there's wisdom, this inner knowing that we have. That's why they said at the beginning, like, follow your heart. Your heart, you know, our hearts are our compass. They are our guide. Is there any more? Okay. Oh shit. So the Knight of Coins came out after the Sun. The Knight of Coins is someone who comes and wants to offer you something, but they're very slow compared to the other knights. The Knight of Coins is someone who, like I said earlier with the King of Swords, they want to make sure that this is what they want before they come and offer something to you. So they are slow moving, but they are more stable as well compared to the other ones. And this is someone, a divine masculine, that has worked very hard for his coins, for his pentacles, for his material wealth. Someone who came from not a lot, and that's mostly the story of most divine counterparts, is we grew up in very tough situations, because those same wounds or scars are going to be the sacred map of the missions that we have in this earth, or that molded us into this walking portal, right? Is there any more messages for the divine counterparts? The Four of Swords popped out. That's more about resting, meditating, surrendering. I was just talking about how we grew up in difficult situations in order for us to heal ourselves, so then we can help others heal through our journey. Because I've always thought of it this way, like we're gonna connect with the people that we're supposed to connect with. There's certain pools, and there's people that are there just for seasons, and there's people that are there you don't think are gonna be there for a lifetime, but they end up being there for a lifetime. Those are the stronger connections, the ones you can be your truest self with, the one you don't have to put one of your masks on for, right? Because how people see us a lot of the times is just projections of their own understanding of the world or this realm or this life. There's a card in them. I hear it, but I don't see it. Can we clarify the Four of Swords, please? Can we clarify the Four of Swords, please? So a bunch of cards fell out, but the one that stayed is the Knight of Cups. And the Knight of Cups, like the Knight of Coins, is a very genuine offer. They come with something, right? Knights come offering something. The Knight of Coins offers stability, even though he is the slowest one to get there. And but to me that reminds me of being patient, right? Like if you understand your journey and how hard it was for you to heal, for us as individuals, we have to have more of that patience with the people that are still doing a lot of the healing, or a lot of the dark night of the soul purging, you know? That's why when people fuck you over, don't take it personal. Just learn your lesson and let it go. Don't hold grudges, because that's just a block in your heart. You take the blessing in the lesson, not just take the pain of the lesson. You know? The way I like to look at things is like I keep the wisdom but let go of the pain. Because that does prepare you for future possible wounds, but you've learned the lesson, so you see right through people's true intentions, you know? You're more aware, you're more self-aware, you're more aware on all realms. And the Knight of Cups is that genuine offer. It's like he also has his cup filled. Transparent. It also represents creativity, emotions, right? It's water energy, so Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. I heard Pisces. Of course. And they pointed to the bird. The bird is very important. Like I said earlier, they pointed to the peacock feather. So birds, apes, avians. Look it up. Is there any other messages for the collective? Is there other messages for the collective? Okay. Okay, so these three popped out. We got the Queen of Swords, which is the counterpart of the King of Swords. The Queen of Swords is someone that is like feminine energy. Again, this has nothing to do with your sexual preference. It's all about energy. So it could be a male or a female, but or whatever you identify as. But the Queen of Swords is really good at cutting through people's bullshit and seeing people's true intentions. And she's not afraid to use her sword to cut cords with people that no longer serve her purpose. Okay. And the Divine Feminines have had to do that recently, and I believe also the Divine Masculines. Some need to still have to let go of the karmic. This is someone that is going through a breakup, though. I feel it, because it reminded me of how I feel right now, which is going through a breakup, and I'm not going through a breakup. Like, I've been broken up for damn near a year now. So this also represents being protective, or more in ready to take action, ready to use the sword, right? You're more on guard. So after you cut the cords, it's okay to put the sword down, since you know who you are offering this cup to. Your cup to. And the Hermit, like I said earlier, is mimicking the Emperor, right? With that contemplative state. The Hermit is about going within, seeking the wisdom only you know and you have, your soul and your spirit and higher self have. The Wand is also taking action. This one, he's on top of the pyramid, and he's kind of looking down and seeing like, oh shit, I really made it to the top, you know? So seeking within, seeking that wisdom within, acknowledging your growth. Because once we acknowledge our growth, then it's easier, and we have all of the tools once we seek them to manifest. You know what is easy for you, you know what is hard for you. So it's about cutting cords, healing. And when you cut cords, always try to do it from a loving place. Don't do it with grudges, don't do it with anger. Just let them go peacefully, because you know that at the end of the day, they served their mission in your life. They played their part, right? Now, did you learn the lesson? I hope you did, because if you didn't, you're gonna end up dating your wounds, or you're gonna end up attracting that type of energy still in your life. And we should know how energy works at this point, so we should be more mindful of how we treat others and how we treat ourselves. Are we nurturing that inner child? Are you talking to yourself the way you would talk to your daughter or your son, your mother or your dad? The people you love, right? If you don't have kids. Talk to yourself like you would talk to your best friend. That's love. That's self-love. But also call your ass out when you need to be called out. Don't just, it's not just rainbows and butterflies. It's real shit. Being self-aware and having self-accountability is part of self-love. If not, it's just ego you're feeding. And we don't kill the ego. We use it as a tool. Right? We know what wounds need to be healed. We know what projections we are more vulnerable to. But once the cord cutting is done, once we go within and seek that wisdom and heal through that wisdom, heal those wounds, right? We're going to be able to manifest, because these unions are divinely protected. like, if there is ever a doubt, I don't know why, I wanted to talk in it. If there's, okay, doubting, questioning, if you're ever questioning this union, or questioning, you know, is this really real, or if it feels like you've been through fucking hell and back, yeah. This union is as real as the pain that we had to heal. This union is as real as the highest love you've ever felt. It's a sacred union. It's not just about love, it's about collaborating and working together and bringing a type of frequency into this realm that is going to help everybody at the end of the day. Because once we live our truth, we give permission for others to live their truth, to seek their truth, right? Not to stay stuck in this energy of like ready to go to war, but to get more into this type of energy, which is to surrender to Creator, to Source, to your truth. Because you hold the keys. You are the keys. You have the tools once you find these keys. What makes you happy? What doesn't make you happy? Be self-aware, be accountable. But you know who to offer your cup to is the main message of this reading. Remember, it's your responsibility, it's my responsibility to fill my own cup. Because that's healthy connections. When I don't need somebody else pouring into my cup. You understand when people need a break, when people need to be loved from far away. You let them bloom even if it is without you, you know? That's love. That's true love. Accepting the truth in oneself and their connections and relationships with others. And cutting cords with the toxic attachments and the toxic bonds so we can make room for these deep connections that are of past lives as well. Right? So that's the message for today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you like it, then I'll be posting more. I'm hoping every other day for now. So we will see, or as whenever Spirit wants to give us messages, I guess, as well. Because it's really never on my time, it's always on their time. But thank you for letting me channel for you. You know, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Again, energy is it's the things that are happening with you or around you. This is for divine counterparts, twin flames. But it could also be for soulmates, because the main point of this is for you to find your truth, to align with your true self, not to depend and keep pushing, yourself onto the divine masculines. Like, that'll happen when we surrender to what is and divine timing. And if you heal, they heal. But if they're stuck and obsessed and shit like that, then it's more of a low vibrational attachment than divine love. Because love is freedom. It's not a forced, controlling union. It's freedom. It's trusting your partner. It's knowing that, they're choosing to be with you. And to each union is their rules, because some people are open to open relationships, some people are not, But this is someone that's going to mirror your wants and your needs and balance you. So I hope you took something away from it. Stay resilient.